Hello and welcome back to 18 WJTS in.form. We are here with some local actors from the Actors Community Theater. We have Heath Kluemper here, the president of ACT and one of the producers on The Wizard of Oz, as well as Emily Frisz, Dorothy, from this upcoming production of The Wizard of Oz. So welcome to you both.
Thank you. Very happy to be here.
So we've got Dorothy coming up The Wizard of Oz coming up in the next few days, but I would love to hear a little bit more about Actors Community Theater and kind of what organization is bringing this production to the Arts Center.
Yeah, so Actors Community Theater has been going strong in some way, shape, or form for now 75 years. It's a community effort with members of the community being the ones running it, being on the stage. We are consistently trying to foster that environment to welcome new people from the community to join us and help to kind of foster that creative, artistic outlet for young people especially, to kind of help them showcase that wherever they can.
Yeah, so I think a lot of the productions that I've seen in the past few years from Actors Community Theater are definitely children-based, because I think that's kind of what makes Actors Community Theater unique, is that it's catered towards bringing the youth in and getting them even more involved in just what happens at school, right?
Absolutely, especially in our summer productions. We try to make them, those big, flashy tentpole shows that include people of all ages from, 6 to 106. Is what I like to say. So it's we certainly will, outside of our summer shows, we'll try, maybe sometimes more adult oriented things, or like this past year we did a Christmas radio play, which we will probably be doing again. We try to branch out and provide different outlets when it comes to the theatrical arts.
Yeah, so that's not to say that it's just for one type of audience or family members supporting a lovely cast and crew, but it's catered towards everyone, and you guys are having stuff all throughout the year to try to bring the arts back into the community, or just keep implementing it. Because again, this is a group of individuals who volunteers their time, volunteers their skills, and it's just a great community to be able to build and continue to grow your own craft if you're involved, for sure.
Most definitely.
So I would love to ask both of you how long you've been involved with Actors Community Theater.
Emily?
Okay, I'm going first then. So I've been in it for a while. I mean, I did one of my first productions, I think, was like Sleeping Beauty. It was with this like child's program or something, and I was a caterpillar. It was great. I turned into a butterfly and everything. And I've done it since I was 7. I've been involved with just theater in general since I was 7. I started doing like music lessons and stuff whenever I was 6. So I've always loved it.
No, that's awesome. I mean, it's a big part of what you do, and obviously it's a big part of your life, so it's exciting to see that it's continuing and hopefully grows into even better things, for sure. Mm-hmm. So Heath, how about yourself?
2023 marks 20 years for me with Actors Community Theater. Funny enough, whenever ACT last did The Wizard of Oz in the summer of 2003, I chickened out during the audition process and did not get involved with that show, but then the next production of A Christmas Carol, that was my first.
That is hard.
Show,
that is definitely hard to see, because I know that you're a well-established actor, especially with Actors Community Theater and all the other stuff in the community. So it's hard to see. However, that it kind of goes to show that you can start and not be aware of any type of acting whatsoever, and as long as you're willing to put your foot forward, you can kind of engage and work with this group to grow.
Absolutely. All it takes is just a subtle interest in the arts to really, take that simple step forward to get involved, and we'll find a role for you. Especially right now, because there were a couple of summers where we had to take off because of COVID. So we're really trying to build up, especially with our young people, to make sure that they're kind of learning how to get involved with it, and kind of giving them the way to be more involved.
Yes, I remember I was in college during that time taking a theater class, and the self-recorded tape auditions that we had to do to get through COVID were not nearly as fun as doing those group exercises with other actors, as doing those scenes with other actors. So being able to, again, just bring back that sense of community, being safe, all about it and whatnot too. It's definitely a great thing to have, and in small town Indiana for sure.
Sure, the social aspect of it, like you said, you build a family whenever you're doing these productions. There's nothing like it.
Yeah. So, The Wizard of Oz, why should we come see this show this weekend?
It's a classic, right? We have our wonderful Emily as the role of Dorothy. It feels like that show that's going to take you back and make you feel warm and fuzzy inside.
Yeah. So Emily, with you, why should we come see you this weekend? I mean, I would come see you because you're already super sweet and kind and stuff. But for people at home who don't get to see your beautiful face in person, why should we come see your talent this weekend?
I mean, it's not just because of my talent, I guess. I mean, there's so many other people in the musical that have really good talent, and it's just the musical and just everybody combined. It's so much fun, and everybody has such a good positive energy. And I think it would just be a great show to see, especially if it's like your first time going and seeing a musical. It would be a good first musical to go see.
Yeah, the immense amount of work that everyone puts in from, day one to what's coming up to be our final dress rehearsal on Wednesday. I mean, just the hours and hours of work that gets put in both on stage and behind the scenes. It's, we want to have the largest audience possible to really take that in and appreciate the work that's been done.
And has this been one of the biggest casts that you guys have had?
In recent memory, absolutely. All's told within the cast and crew, we're pushing well over 70 people. So that's a pretty large undertaking. And, for those of you that are aware of the Jasper Art Center, it doesn't quite have that much space to it. So we are pushing the limits of the spatial abilities in that backstage area.
But that's wonderful to hear that ACT has grown enough to where everyone can come together and support that. And I also overheard on an interview done not a few minutes ago that there might be a animal assistance type character as well. I'd love to hear more about.
We do. We have a lovely Toto. Emily, tell us about Toto.
Toto, he's great. He's very, very, very well trained. He's only 7 months old, and he barely ever barks. Really?
So this is a live dog who is acting and trained, a very well trained dog who is acting alongside you.
Yes. There are some difficulties where he'll randomly decide he wants to, start whining on stage, which makes sense because he's a puppy. He gets bored easily because, I can't just keep playing with him on stage and everything during the show. So we're going to have him in and out of scenes. We're going to have a fake Toto.
Giving away the secrets here.
Ooh.
That's okay.
You probably can't even tell the difference.
No,
not really. The stuffed animal we got is really, really well done. And just in total, there's only a couple of difficulties. He's a really well-trained dog. Sometimes he doesn't want to listen, but that's okay.
Like most people,
just pick him up.
That's live theater.
Yes.
Just pick him up and it'll be fine.
Yes. That's definitely something interesting that I don't think a lot of young people your age get to say that they have had the challenge of dealing with and working with. But hey, it's something unique. I've never seen a theater production where they've had live animals. I've seen puppets of animals and I've seen stuffed animals and stuff, but having an actual live co-star being a little animal, that's very interesting. And dog people alike, they probably would really love to go see the show for that.
For that simple reason alone, you get to see a dog actor. What more could you ask for?
So I definitely want to ask you guys, so far, what has been your favorite part about the pre-production and getting ready for the show and all that fun stuff that goes into preparing?
Am I starting?
Go for it.
Okay. So one of my favorite parts is basically just the environment in general. Everybody has a good positive energy, and if there is any negative energy, we get rid of it quite quickly, actually. It's just like, I love being a part of it. It's always so fun. And another one of my favorite parts is definitely having to learn all of my lines, because I pulled up a Quizlet the other day. Turns out I have 267 lines. It's so fun.
No, I don't think I've heard any actors say that they love learning their lines. But that's not a bad thing. It just makes you even more unique, and it shows that you love what you're doing. It's just, it's, again, very, very off what I'm used to, but it's great to see, truly. You can tell that you care about what you're doing here, and that's super exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heath, what's your favorite part so far?
It's got to be like where we are right now, where we're finally putting all the pieces together, and we're having everything really culminate in this final finished product, which, you know, to be honest, we're still not fully there yet, but we have this week to get there. And that's the most fun part for me is, you know, just the intensity and seeing everyone really buckle down and focus and get to where we're ready to put on that opening night performance, because we always get there. And it's just fascinating to see, you know, where we were at this time last week to where we're going to be come Thursday night. And it's amazing to see what people within this community have within them.
And I mean, for those who truly aren't aware, this whole idea of auditions to figuring out the cast to learning all of this stuff and building sets and stuff, this was only culminated within a few months' time, right?
Yeah, we really only started, you know, the rehearsal process and most of the production process around the end of May. Now there was lots of pre-planning in terms of, you know, set design and getting a lot of the production team members in place months before that. But you're right, much of this process really only started end of May, early June. So it's a whirlwind.
Yeah, it sounds like it. The marathon before the storm, but it's going to be an exciting weekend for you guys amidst all of the fairs and all the other things going on for sure. So before we kind of wrap it up, I would love to hear where we can get tickets, what the show times are, and what we need to know to make sure we get to Oz.
Right, so performances are July 20th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, so Thursday through Sunday of this week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and Sunday is a matinee at 2 p.m. Tickets you can get online at actorscommunitytheater.com or at our Facebook page, or you can get them at the door if they're available.
If available.
So get them early if you're planning to come. Tickets are $12.
Okay. And, you know, although tickets at the door can seem quite reluctant so that you can go and get them, you don't have to worry about buying them early. However, Emily's not going to be there to give you the tickets, and they might be gone by then. So making sure you go on actorscommunitytheater.org and making sure that you buy those tickets beforehand is just as important. I remember in high school days, which have been quite a few years ago, I mean, they were selling tickets online, and if you didn't get them then, they were sold out because everybody wanted to go and be there. So it's one of those events where all the competition for tickets can be high. So just get it done now, and you don't have to worry about it. And there's a full 4-ish days where you can go see the show.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, if you don't see it the one day, you better see it the second, the third, or the fourth. So,
but Sunday's selling out quickly, so if you're planning to come to that last performance, get those tickets now.
It's mostly my mom.
I mean, that's never a bad thing. She's going to bring the whole family. It'll just be like a day in the living room doing your talent show type thing. But
there you go.
I haven't done that for who knows how many years.
Well, yeah, you've been performing in front of the community, so you haven't had time to perform in front of your family.
Yeah.
That's why they want to come and support. That's what we love to hear, though, is that it's getting people's attention, and all of this hard work that everyone has been putting in for the past few months is gonna be paid off in such bountiful respects for sure. Mm-hmm. So is there anything either of you want to say before we kind of wrap it up? I mean, you have the stage now before we kind of wrap it up, say break a leg and all that fun stuff.
Well, I do hope that Emily and the rest of the cast breaks a leg, and like I said, they put in a lot of hard work, and I really hope the community comes to see what they've put together.
Yeah. Agreed.
Alrighty. Yeah, I mean, it's dutifully said. You guys are probably super fatigued but excited, so we'll wrap it up here. And again, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of this week.
Correct.
So, of course, you can always check out actorscommunitytheater.org for all the information and for tickets. You guys are on Facebook. You post every day or have been posting every day for the show. There's all kinds of fun stuff. So we're just very excited to have you both in this morning and see what Actors Community Theater is all about.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Awesome, and thank you so much at home for watching. This has been 18 WJTS in.form, where we are local people watching local people.